Welcome to Connecto's API Lifecycle Fabric, the platform for all your API lifecycle needs. Get ready to tour artifacts published after your design is complete. In this tour, you will learn how to use Connecto's API workspace, code generator, and specification generator for operationalizing your API. Please make sure you have gone through the product tour demo video before deep dive on this tour. In our last product tour, we completed the design, clicked Published Action, and we noticed 3 sets of artifacts auto-generated by the platform. 1. Spring Boot Microservices Server Code. 2. The Open API specification for the API we just created, and 3. Downloadable API workspace called Artifacts. Let's tour the Open API specification generated as part of the Publish action. The specification generated follows the version 3.0 standard, language-agnostic interface for your RESTful API. The template followed contains representation of your API design as path, endpoint, operations, attributes, also called as parameters, request and response structure for the defined contract status codes like 200, 400, 404, etc. The JSON format specification is available for download, distribution, version controlling, as well as reference for further enhancement of your API. Let's tour how you can set up the Connecto's auto-generated API lifecycle artifacts from the Artifact Download option. Connecto generates API visualization, mocks, test data, functional and performance test suites automatically at Publish. All of these bundles are available as Docker containers hosted locally or on your VM server infrastructure. Click Download Artifacts. Connecto will download the setup package needed for setting up the local API workspace. Open the downloaded folder in Terminal for Mac or Linux users or PowerShell for Windows users. Execute the offline deploy shell script. Connecto will start downloading the local workspace packaged as a Docker container, and the entire setup will be available as localhost, accessible from any browser in few minutes. As soon as the setup is complete, give it few minutes for Docker containers to restart. Then launch your browser of choice and navigate to localhost /3002. You will notice list of all the API projects you have published with Connecto and completed the setup of API workspace. Let's tour various lifecycle artifacts available for you to operationalize the API you desire to build. First is visualization. Connecto is introducing industry's first unique approach to visualize an API. You will notice the API is visualized as self-explanatory, business functions, interlinking with attributes and parameters, operations, and status codes. Essentially your complete business, the products and services are visualized as contracts. Virtualize tab gives you the mock endpoints for the API you publish. These mock endpoints are available for development and testing teams to test and debug integration functionalities. The mock API are associated with their respective contracts, schema definitions, and payload structure. You can navigate to various categories of your contract definition to validate the structure of the API you have designed, as well as start socializing with upstream and downstream dependency teams for testing and debugging. Next up is test data. Test data contributes to half of all integration defects. Connecto is unique and innovative approach gives ability to generate test data at publish time. By default, Connecto provides out-of-the-box test data at Publish that can be inserted into your database. Further, the inserted data are available automatically as JSON collections and assigned to test cases. You can connect to your database from the API workspace to insert the test data. Connecto's test data fabric ensures data inserted are within the integrity, constraints, and dependencies established in your database at the schema level. Request additional test data if needed by clicking the Generate Test Data. API Workspace will make the test data available for download as Docker container from Connecto's API project dashboard. Next up is functional and performance tests. Connecto automatically generates functional tests and required test data in JSON format association from test data generated and inserted. Test cases generated by Connecto not only provides exhaustive coverage based on the data and spec, but additionally gives you an engine to execute tests against mock or real API deployed in your environment. Execute tests as many times as you link and review the results in the Test Report tab. Likewise, Connecto gives ability to shift left your performance testing of API by providing ability to execute performance tests based on various predefined load models, auto-generated test data for the performance tests, ability to execute performance tests from your local API workspace, and Grafana dashboard for visual results. With unique and industry-first approach, called API Lifecycle Fabric, use Connecto to operationalize your API with speed, performance, and quality at 10x speed and fraction of a cost. Sign up now with simple steps for trial access at www.connecto.io. Contact engageconnecto.io for support. Thank you for using Connecto.